completion at the 41.
Neanderthal, okay? I love this.
To do, like you said, old school. Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Have broke. Come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to take a shot for Gallup. That's caught at the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 54 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Down. He'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
10th carry now for Elliott. Look at this. Middle of the field. Breakaway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 37 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here. first down. He'll drop to throw. Going to take a shot for... Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Going to take a shot for Gallup, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 41 yards, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood?
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 47-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Marcus Lawrence.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that
He's got a man, complete. That one good for 37 yards.
Amari Cooper.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Play action now. Cousins. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Cousins on 1st down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To the air again. It's Cousins. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Again, it's Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think it all came.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that will cut this lead down to 25. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use. And got his man complete. 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is up. Throwing on second down. Cousins. His throw incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. And it'll bring up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins again. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That one looks like he'll throw here. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He's going to go up top again. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
On the coverage.
He'll look to throw. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What?